People often ask me how I would describe my art. I think about it from time to time when I'm painting. It's very colourful, it's realist in its style, lots of strong lines, strong shadows. I like painting shipping terminals and container ports and airports, very strong man-made things that are much bigger than ourselves. The paintings I first started doing were a masculine, or they could be termed romantic scenes of cowboys on horseback, stockyards and cattle and men at work in the yards and those sort of things. I've always wanted to be a cowboy, even as a kid, and I was very fortunate that when I left school I became a drover and worked with livestock, and it was something I really, really loved. I remember clearly when I was injured that I was on horseback and the horse bolted and it went under a walkway, and I struck the top of my head on the walkway and it broke my neck. I distinctly remember when I was in the emergency surgical suite, the doctor said to me, "Richard, did you realise you're a quadriplegic?" And I think I may have been a bit unwell at the time, and I said to him, "Gee, what a hassle," before I really took in the magnitude of what actually happened to me. My rehabilitation took a considerable amount of time, and a friend of mine delivered me a small sketch pad and some pencils. We all paint as children, but as you become an adolescent, other things take over your life. And it wasn't until after I was injured that I was convalescing that I decided to do some doodling. I enjoyed it very much. I felt that I was relatively good at it, and it soon became my vocation. When I first started painting, I didn't really have many skills, and I used to go to the library regularly to look at art books. And the art books I used to look at were more technical type books, how to paint this or how to paint trees, or how do they get those clouds right, teaching myself basically to paint. And then I won an art scholarship, and with that art scholarship my tutor was able to dispense with those technique books, and he opened my eyes to books about specific artists. Because I would regard myself as being self-taught, to some people it has a stigma, but also I have to counter that and feel that because I haven't been classically trained and haven't been influenced by art school, then I'm a lot freer in the way I do things, and I've learnt my own skills and techniques and my own proficiencies. Well, for me specifically, painting can be quite challenging and quite tiring. The way that I paint, being a quadriplegic, not having any use of my hands, I'm needing to control a lot more using my shoulder. My studio is an old shop, and I find it good for the way I like to work, because it has lots of large windows with lots of light coming through, which doesn't change during the daytime. But also, I really do feel part of the community as well, because I'm able to wave to my neighbours when they go past, and you get to see the same number of people every day going through their own daily tasks, and you do become friends with many, many people. And so it's my link, I suppose, with the community, because painting is quite a solitary occupation.
Hello, Richard.
I often feel that people have a lot of difficulty going into an art gallery because there's a certain mystique attached to an art gallery. People may get such a lovely appreciation of what's on the walls if they weren't frightened to go in because they feel that they may be pressured into buying them. But it's not the case at all. I'm really trying to break down those barriers. quite interested in just seeing things. I don't go out to look for painting subjects, they appear before me. And that can be distinguished by perhaps the shadows that I've not noticed before, or something will stick out. And so I always carry a camera. I'll take some reference photographs, and I carry a sketchbook as well, so I'll take some notes. I often wonder what people think when they view my artworks in a gallery hanging on the wall. And I think that I want to show them what my world looks like, and I find that sometimes people will come back when they have seen something in daily life that they feel would make a good painting, and they think of me. That always pleases me. I've always been driven in what I do. If I want to do something, I really want to do it properly, because I feel that with my painting, you're providing something that an investor or a collector is paying a considerable amount of money for, and you need to be respectful for that. I'm occasionally in conflict with my art dealers because I tend to want to challenge myself with different subjects and different genres. Perhaps they want me to paint something that's going to sell very quickly, whereas I want to challenge myself and also challenge my viewers to perhaps include paintings that are different to what I'm normally known for. My art has taken me all over the world, really, and it's been wonderful to see the journey that you'd never expect it to happen, but it's happened, and it continues to do so. So I don't know where it's going to take me, but I'm really enjoying the journey so far.